If y'all seen the thumbnail, y'all know exactly what's going on here. And listen, I'm just a sinner turned saved. I'm not judging, but the hypocrisy got to be called out. Anton Daniels bragging about cheating on his wife when he said he's a follower of Jesus Christ and he's a Christian. This cannot be tolerated. Let's get straight into it.
If y'all think that ain't nothing going on with them, I don't know where you've been. It's definitely something going on, okay?
It's almost been a week and the Anton Daniels saga is still being talked about. Not necessarily the beef between Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels. I think enough people may have weighed in on that. But this situation in particular got everybody talking.
Remember I told you that. If you got a with you, explain the don't ask her to be on my show. Can she be on the show? I don't know that bitch. Now get your whole the fuck on and pay for your like you got to. Cake ass. And go get you a bodyguard because could be done slapped out your ass.
So this is the part where Anton Daniels has decided to leave the podcast, and he,
as you seen, Corey Holcomb said, if you bring a girl up here, explain the female. This is a married man on a trip to California with the chick named Mika and just him and her, not his wife. But he done other stuff. Let's get into it.
He's walking out, and Corey Holcomb is insinuating that he is there with another woman, a woman who is not his wife, a woman that Anton Daniels wanted to be on the podcast. And when I first heard this, when you guys were sending me this clip, I didn't know who it was, but allegedly it's a lady by the name of Mika. She is also known as Pop Culture Mika on Instagram. And from what I can gather, she is a Puerto Rican or Afro-Latina who is, absolutely really beautiful. And she has a podcast called The Red Cup. And she is...
Yes, she is gorgeous. So as a Christian man, as a man of faith, as a married man, why would you put so much temptation in front of you? In the Bible, Jesus said, if you already looked at a woman with lust in your eye, you have already cheated. So pluck out thy eye. So why would you tempt yourself this much? But I digress.
Kind of under the same umbrella of a black conservative, kind of making America great again. But at the same time, she seems like she's kind of in the media. She, takes pictures with a lot of famous people. She's done, interviews. Seems like...
I'm sorry, man. This get me so mad, man. I take marriage so sacred, man. That vow you made to God, I can't even get my words right. That vow you made to God, come on.
She's been like a rapper before, a podcaster before. So she's a person that's kind of like trying to break...
It's a covenant.
...into the industry, from what I can see. And she's now trying to break in the industry somehow underneath the guidance or mentorship of Anton Daniels. But this lady is very attractive. And so the question is there more going on? To be honest, I didn't know about this. Like I said, I've talked to Anton before. I've talked to his wife. I do not know what kind of relationship that Anton Daniels has, what he's allowed to do or to not do. I've never talked to him about those things before privately. We've always talked about, just basically content creation and things like that. We've never gotten too personal on the phone about our personal lives. But other people are really digging into this. And there is another YouTuber out there by the name of Lakeisha Keisha. And she put out this video called Anton Daniels Exposed Sleeping with Mika. He is married. His wife is afraid of him. Woo! And then
his wife afraid of him is crazy, man. It's crazy. Your wife afraid of you? Supposed to be a believer of God? Let me stop, man. Let me stop. I know we all not perfect, but don't be out here pushing that persona when you're not living that and then bragging.
He starts to explain her case.
If you type in Anton Daniels and Mika, this is what comes up. If you guys look at this picture right here, where's his hand at? Can y'all see that? Let me go back to my screen. Okay, let me reshare it again. If you guys look at this one picture that I'm showing you right here, this was one of the pictures they sent me Look at where his hand is, right above her butt. This is inappropriate. Like this is inappropriate. It is
Very inappropriate for a married man and a married woman, I may add.
inappropriate for two reasons, actually.
So she even says if you go on to Google and you type in Mika, Micca, and Anton Daniels, Google search will bring up these particular photos of Anton and Mika. And of course, on a bird's eye view, the pictures don't look as bad. But when you really look at them, for example, this picture here, it is inappropriate. Now, I did blow this picture up to give AI a better image, but this...
Look where this man's hand is at. Right there, right over her butt. Look how she's smiling. Look how she's leaning on him. Like she's so comfortable. This is a married woman at that. And a married man at that. And a Christian man. A God-fearing man. A Jesus Christ following man. That's why in the Bible it said, beware the false prophets. They come as sheep. They come as wolf in sheep clothing, waiting to devour you.
This is actually a picture. This doesn't look like a picture you would take with a man that is not your boyfriend or somebody you're sleeping with. This is a very romantic style photo. This is not a photo a man that's married typically would take. And she's looking happy. She got both her arms, on his shoulder. He got his arms around her waist. And yeah, she's an attractive looking lady, right? Now, I did do some research on the Instagram to see like if this picture is still up. It is not up on her Instagram. She did remove this picture, maybe because people thought it was inappropriate. And again, this is not to say that something is going on with them. But then there is this picture of them together at a Lakers game. And, she's excited to be there. And again, Anton's wife is not in the...
He got this lady Mika courtside at a Lakers game. Courtside. Who's bringing a female friend with them courtside to a Lakers game?
The photo. But then she would continue.
I was told that this woman is married and we know he is married. Okay. Him putting his hand above her waist is so very inappropriate. Okay. If y'all think that ain't nothing going on with them, I don't know where you've been. It's definitely something going on. Okay.
So she says something is definitely going on because number one, he is married and so is she.
Woo!
Now, I have no idea if the woman is married or not, if the woman is separated, if Anton is separated. I don't know. Okay. I have no real idea about this, but she would go on to make more points.
I'm not a jealous girlfriend. So if I'm in a relationship, I'm not jealous. But let me just make sure you understand. You ain't taking nobody out to no damn games, bro. It's just not happening. Like, why is your wife not there? Like, am I wrong? Like, that's not happening. I mean, and it is not to say that, you have to be a jealous person to say that, you don't want your significant other to go to a game with somebody else. I don't. You ain't. It just ain't happening. So this is him with her. Okay. And here's the deal. The girl cute. I mean, it ain't like, she ugly or nothing. That's another reason why you ain't going, okay? It's not happening. It is not a debate. So if you in a relationship, your man letting you go on these, excursions with a whole nother dude, that is not happening. This has nothing to do with jealousy. It has strictly to do with I don't play those type of games.
Now she's saying, look, Mika's an attractive lady. What woman or man allows their, wife to go out with somebody that's attractive as her? Like, would he allow his wife to do the same thing?
Exactly. Now we know what type of man Anton is. First class man, alpha man. Will he let his wife do this? Have a man pay for her to go courtside at a Lakers game? The hypocrisy.
I'm not sure. Okay. But this was the commentary that she gave. Now, I went back over to listen to what Anton Daniels said about Corey Holcomb, basically saying that he's with his side chick. All right. Now, Anton said, listen, if I'm with my side chick, why would I put her on the podcast? Right. he didn't mention that. But then again, he started mentioning other things that kind of didn't match up with that argument.
You don't mention what nobody else got going on with their family. Under no circumstances do you, if I beef with anybody, if I have a disagreement with somebody, I never, ever, under no circumstances, say some shit about that. Don't even, I could see it with my own eyes, man. I don't know what the they got going on over there. That ain't my business. It ain't my business. I don't know nothing about what you got going on in your life.
So now he's saying, you don't mention what somebody else has going on. You know, like you don't put that information out there. Okay, this is what he's saying. All right. Then he says this.
And yes, I did have Mika with me, and she was looking gorgeous.
Mika looks good.
Damn.
Here we get to the bragging, the arrogance.
That's, again, like I said, he's a married man. I saw a post he put up and took down about Anton Daniels. He called Mika his baby. I did see that post. I didn't screenshot it. I didn't see a need to do it. But then he also talks about this.
Hey, anybody that's friends with Corey, anybody that hang around that, hey man, don't do nothing. Don't say nothing out of pocket. Is a snitch. Is a hoe. He a hoe. He a snitch in every facet of the word. Is a snitch. He a hoe, and that will backdoor you.
These are the words coming from a God-fearing man. That's why I be saying, man, y'all gotta watch who y'all make your idols. The only idol you should have, the only man you should worship, the only man that you should call is big bro that you're looking up to is Jesus Christ. That's it. He's the only man that will not fail you. These other people, they're wolves in sheep clothing, man. That's all they is. Fakes and frauds.
Anybody is a friends with Corey, he is a snitch. Don't trust him. Okay, so why would a person say that? You would only say that if you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. And instead of saying, well, I shouldn't be involved in that behavior, that person is a snitch. Don't deal with them. Because that person will tell on whatever you're doing. All right? But then when you're talking about snitching, you come back and you say this.
5 hoes over there. Why I care about what the is saying? I always got a bad chick with me. 100% of the time. I don't go out of town unless I got a bad chick with me. But he don't know that. He don't know that I do what the I want to do when I want to do it.
Wow.
And so the thought he had one up.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
He says, I got 5 hoes over there and I'm always out with a bad chick. He don't know what I got it on. I can do whatever I want. So he thought he had one up. Woo! So I gotta talk about this because this is...
Look how arrogant this man is. What does it say in the scriptures? The meek shall inherit the earth. Look how arrogant this man is. Throwing this in his wife's face that he out here with 5 bad chicks. He got Mika. Mika was looking real good. Come on, man.
This is the problem that I would have. Number one, Anton Daniels, he could have whatever situation going on. He said he got 5 holes over there. He talks about the fact that Corey Holcomb don't know what he got going on. And so if anybody is snitching right now, I mean, obviously it's you. I mean, you telling everybody else that, you know, you can do whatever you want. So that means you can have whatever kind of woman you want and your wife is okay with it. And that's fine. So if you want to live that lifestyle, it's okay. Here's the problem that Anton's going to face.
You know, what we do in our community, and we don't have any real heroes for the culture, right? And I'm not saying that because my hero is Jesus, right? So
hold on. He said his hero is Jesus? Let's run that back.
Our community, and we don't have any real heroes for the culture, right? And I'm not saying that because my hero is Jesus, right? So
wow, your hero is Jesus. That's the man you follow. That's the man you idolize. That's the man you put on the pedestal. What would Jesus say about you cheating on your wife and embarrassing her like this? What would your kids say?
I look at it from a
loss. These dudes be lost, man. These dudes be lost. And the Bible said it's easier for a camel to go through an eye of a needle than a rich man get to heaven. These dudes get money and get lost.
Completely different lens. Regardless of where I am in my journey, the person that I pedestalize, and the word is the word. It doesn't change. It's never changed. So I have a blueprint for what I think success should look like.
He right about that. The word don't change, brother. But you sure do.
Anton, as a black conservative, is saying he loves the Lord. He loves God. He loves Jesus. Jesus is his motto. All right, so we want to put that to the test. Is Jesus the motto of Anton Daniels? Well, then firstly, we got to look into C, because since he can do whatever the hell he feels like doing, we got to look at what the Bible clearly says about adultery and fornication.
Let's get into scripture. Let's get into scripture.
Okay. Now, for those of you who don't know the difference between adultery and fornication, basically, fornication is sexual activity between people who are not married to each other. Okay. Sexual sin between unmarried people. Adultery, sexual sin involving a married person. So if Anton Daniels is living whatever lifestyle he wants, he's admitting it. What you're saying is, I'm a person knowingly committing, number one, adultery as a married person. It's sexual sin. Then you're also fornicating. And then it's likely to believe that if you're dealing with women who are not married, it is sexual sin between unmarried people. So you're a person that's an adulterer. And then you're also fornicating with a person that's unmarried, meaning that you're killing two birds with one stone.
Preach, O'Shea.
So then what does the Bible say about a person like Anton, who knowingly says he loves God? Adultery. Exodus 20:14. You shall not commit adultery. It is actually one of the 10 commandments. Leviticus 20:10. If a man commits adultery with another man's wife, both the adulterer and the adulteress shall be surely put to death.
Put to death. Come on, man. You made an oath to God. An oath to God before your peers. You made a covenant with the Lord between you, your wife, and the witnesses that you will be faithful to her and love her through eternity. That's why it's so serious. These sex ties and people having sex out there is so serious because you made that oath to God, that commandment. You made a covenant to him, a promise.
I mean, you follow Jesus, so then you would also follow the Old Testament, okay? Proverbs 6:32. He who commits adultery lacks sense. He who does it destroys himself. This is Proverbs 6:32. Matthew 5:27-28. You have heard that it was said, you shall not commit adultery. This is what Jesus is saying, a person says he follows. But I say to you that everyone who looks at a woman with lustful intent has already committed adultery with her in his heart. So when you call this lady that she's looking good, she's looking beautiful, and you're a married man, even if you are not sleeping with her, you are committing adultery. There are many other scriptures that I could talk about, but clearly that would be an overkill. And I really don't want to do that. But I want to talk about the fact that Anton Daniels, he is putting out to the world that he's a black conservative. He's a Christian. He loves Jesus. And it's interesting because this is also the same persona that Pop Culture Mika is trying to do, which to me, it looks like it's a grift. Okay. She's having all these black Republicans and black conservatives that are doing whatever they want to do. She's at the Black Conservative Federation Legacy of Freedom Ball. So these people are putting themselves out there as if they don't do the same things that Democrats are doing, and they're doing all of the same thing. I mean,
the video, this O'Shea Duke Jackson, y'all can finish watching the video, but I'm gonna end it right here, and I'm gonna say this is despicable. It's pure hypocrisy, pure lies. He's sitting to his community, his audience, and not even to them, to the Most High in itself. You follow Jesus. The Bible is your blueprint, but you out here committing adultery fornicating with a married woman. Not just you married, she married too. And there's so many people that look up to him and think he's a man of God, even though his mouth is so vulgar. He curses almost every word. And it's just despicable. This really gets me heated, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments. Again, I'm not judging him, but we have to call out the hypocrisy. We have to hold each other accountable for what we're doing and what the word says. I'm just a sinner turned saved, man. Peace. Love y'all.